Welcome, everyone. We'll get started in just a couple of minutes, just letting everybody join and get settled in. Hi, everyone. We'll get started in just about a minute. People are just joining and getting settled. All right, let's go ahead and get started. I'm Anna Corson. My pronouns are she, her, and I'm the Policy and Program Director with Full Plates and the Project Director for the School Food System Innovation Grant. Thank you so much for joining us today to learn about this exciting funding opportunity. Okay, we can get started with a bit of housekeeping and accessibility information. Closed captioning is available by clicking the button on the bottom of the screen in English and also in Spanish. This webinar is being recorded, and we will post it on our website in both English and Spanish later. And if you have questions or comments during the webinar, you can add them to the Q&A box. We plan to answer some questions at the end of the webinar, and any questions that we don't get to today will be posted on the frequently asked questions page on our website, mainschoolmealsgrants.org, later this week. Okay, now we can get into the good stuff. So we are a part of USDA's Healthy Meals Incentives Initiative, or HMI, an investment of $100 million in the nation's food system for school meals. In the first phase of HMI, there have been funding opportunities for rural and small districts, the Recognition Awards Program, and Healthy Meals Summit events, coordinated by Action for Healthy Kids. The second phase of the Healthy Meals Incentives Initiative is the School Food System Transformation Challenge Grants. Full Plates is one of 4 organizations across the country leading these projects, and we just launched the School Food System Innovation Grant. The overarching goal of the Healthy Meals Incentives Initiative is to stimulate the creation of a resilient, equitable, just, and nutritious school food system. And there are 4 School Food System Transformation Challenge projects. Project Scales, led by Boise State University, the Plants Grant, led by the Chef Ann Foundation, the Lake Michigan School Food System Innovation Hub, led by the Illinois Public Health Institute, and the School Food System Innovation Grant, led by us at Full Plates. The School Food System Innovation Grant is designed to address challenges that schools in Maine face in sourcing and serving Maine-based food, with the goal of increasing the amount of Maine-based food being served to Maine students. So the plan for today is to share more about Full Plates and our partners, give an overview of the School Food System Innovation Grant, share some examples of eligible projects, discuss key performance measures to be collected and reported on, dive into the application, go over the grant review rubric, review the timeline for applications, and have some time at the end for questions. So first, a little more about us. Full Plates is a statewide nonprofit organization in Maine working to strengthen child nutrition programs, commonly known as school breakfast, school lunch, after-school meals, summer meals, and summer EBT, as critical tools for ending childhood food insecurity in Maine. We envision a Maine where all kids have the food they need to thrive and reach their full potential. And now let's meet the team. You've already had a chance to meet me, so I'm going to pass it over to my colleagues.
Hey, I'm Finn Madden, they, them. I'm the grants manager at Full Plates and will be the main point of contact for questions and support with the application process.
Hi, everyone. I'm Robin Kerber, she, her. I'm the Full Plates Implementation Manager, and I will be providing technical support to applicants and awarded grantees. I'll be helping to facilitate 6 virtual office hour events over the course of the grant application, so please stay tuned for those dates and registration information. We will also be available for one-on-one support or to attend any in-person or virtual meetup that you already have planned. Our colleague Kirsten Tenney, she, her, was unable to be here today. She is the Community Engagement Manager with Full Plates and will also be providing technical support.
Great. Thank you, Finn and Robin. And we also are very fortunate to work with 2 wonderful school nutrition consultants, Chris Grenier and Lynette Harriman. They are both retired school nutrition directors with over 60 years of combined experience working in schools in Maine. And they will be available to applicants and awarded grantees to provide technical support throughout the process. And we also would love to introduce you to our local partners that are supporting this project. We have Maine Health Let's Go, the Maine Farm and Sea to School Network, and the Data Innovation Project. These partners, along with the Full Plates team, will help support applicants as they create project proposals and awarded grantees as they launch and implement projects. In addition, Maine Health Let's Go and Maine Farm to School Network will be hosting trainings and convenings to support the HMI objectives across the state. All right, let's meet our project partners to learn more.
Hi, I'm Ashley Edmondson. I'm a program manager at Maine Health, and I'm going to help, and I help oversee the community work that we have with the Let's Go 5210 program. Let's Go, in partnership with Healthy School Recipes, will be hosting 3 sessions of a 5-day culinary skills for school meals training this August. So the first 3 weeks of August, so August 5th through 9th, August 12th through 16th will be both in South Portland, August 19th through August 23rd in Farmington. We're also developing a plan to provide technical assistance to those who attend the training throughout the year to school cafeterias. Applications will open April 1st, and accepted attendees will be announced in early May. Thank you.
Hi, everybody. I'm Alita Farrell, and I'm the Food Systems Coordinator at Healthy Communities of the Capital Area, which serves as the backbone to the Maine Farm and Sea to School Network, which I coordinate. And like Anna mentioned, we're going to be partnering with this initiative to put on convenings and trainings that support farm to school in Maine.
Great, thank you so much, Alita and Ashley. I combined your names there. We also will be working with our partners at the Data Innovation Project. They will be providing evaluation support to grantees, helping to establish metrics and measures for reporting out on funded projects. Okay, now I will give an overview of the grant opportunity. The School Food System Innovation Grant is focused on addressing challenges and barriers to sourcing and serving local food in schools, like ordering, processing, storing, distributing, and serving Maine-based food. The grant will support Maine schools, growers, producers, processors, distributors, aggregators, state or local government agencies, and other food system partners to pilot innovative projects that enhance the capacity of the school food system to increase the amount of Maine-based foods that are served in school meal programs. Projects can be regional or statewide in scale and should address the unique barriers faced by schools when trying to increase their use of Maine-based items in school meal programs. Proposed projects should be aligned with the grant's objectives, which include strengthening Maine's food supply chain and enhancing the capacity of local growers, producers, processors, distributors, and other partners to supply fresh, nutritious, and Maine-sourced foods to schools. increasing the sourcing and use of Maine foods in school meal programs across Maine, addressing barriers for schools in ordering, processing, and storing foods produced in Maine, supporting school nutrition teams in using Maine's fresh ingredients, being responsive to the unique needs and preferences of students, and increasing creative menu development and scratch cooking in school kitchens. Fostering lasting partnerships and collaborations between school food authorities and Maine growers, producers, fisheries, processors, distributors, and other food system partners, and establishing sustainable solutions and best practices for the K-12 food system that are scalable and replicable for other school food authorities and organizations. Eligible projects will be collaborations between at least one Maine-based lead partner with at least 2 Maine-based partner organizations. Lead partners can be Maine-based school food authorities, Maine growers, producers, processors, aggregators, distributors, state or local government agencies, community-based organizations, and other food system partners. One partner must be a Maine school food authority participating in the National School Lunch Program and/or an association representing Maine school nutrition programs. And at least one other partner must be from the food industry. Partnering with school food authorities is a requirement of the grant as schools face unique challenges in sourcing local food, scratch cooking, and serving culturally important meals. And the expertise of school nutrition professionals will be critical in the planning and implementation of successful projects. One partner must be the lead on the project and cannot be the lead on any of the other HMI grants. However, project partners may be listed on other HMI grants and may be the lead on another HMI grant. Funded projects can receive between $100,000 and $1.5 million. And as mentioned previously, projects will receive support and technical assistance from Full Plates, Let's Go, Healthy School Recipes, the Maine Farm and Sea to School Network, and the Data Innovation Project. And now I'll go over some examples of made-up projects that we just came up with creatively that would be eligible for funding. Okay, so this first one is the Maine Local School Food Ordering System. This is a project between Sanford Public Schools, Pineland Farms, Native Maine Produce and Specialty Foods, Emery Family Farms, and the Maine Food Atlas. These partners will use funds to develop a streamlined, statewide online ordering system for school food authorities to order food from Maine growers, producers, processors, and fisheries. And this project, the Maine Regional Processing and Storage Infrastructure Project, is a partnership between the Maine Marinara Collaborative, the Somali Bantu Community Association, Maine Coast Fishermen's Association, and Auburn Public Schools to pilot the development of a regional local food processing and storage facility in the Lewiston-Auburn area that could be scaled and replicated across the state. And now I'll talk about some examples of key performance indicators that could be measured by funded projects. So there are no specific required data points with this grant opportunity, and instead each unique project will develop metrics tied to the objectives of the grant to track and evaluate with support from the Data Innovation Project. So some examples are under the objective of strengthening Maine's local food supply chain, projects could measure the % growth in local school purchasing that resulted from a new processing hub. They could measure the number of local farms committed to growing a particular product to support a district's culturally relevant meal development, or the number of new Maine-based food providers in the school food marketplace. Under the objective increasing the sourcing and use of Maine-based foods, you could measure the % of total school districts' food costs that were Maine-based items in school year 2024, 2025. You could look at the percentage of school districts in a particular county that maximized use of the state local foods fund in school year 2025. Under the objective addressing barriers for schools, you could capture the number of schools that made new Maine-based food industry connections in a particular school year, or the number of school districts that utilized a new cold storage facility in that same school year. And under fostering lasting partnerships and collaborations, you could collect the number of meetings held with school and partner organizations and the % of local suppliers' product that is forward contracted to school districts. And now I am going to pass this over to Finn to go over the application.
Awesome. Thanks, Anna. So we're now going to walk through the application questions and go over how to submit your application. So before starting your application, here are some general application tips. Review the RFA and website carefully before submitting your application. The RFA has a lot more detail about things like eligibility and allowable expenses, and we'll also be updating our website FAQ section as we receive more questions, so there'll be more info there. We recommend writing your application in a Word document so you can share with your partners to collaborate and edit before you submit the final version. Read the questions carefully. Most questions are longer narrative questions that have sub-questions within them, so just make sure you're addressing each point. And in your responses, be concise and clear and use simple language. We'll have both internal and external reviewers looking at applications, so just make sure to explain any acronyms or industry-specific terms. As you're working on your application, we strongly recommend referencing the scoring rubric to understand how reviewers will be scoring and what they'll be looking for in your answers. And this is in the RFA as well as on our website. And lastly, just a reminder to always double check those attachments. All right, so the first section of the application asks about who is applying. So you'll list the lead partner, their contact info, and then the names of your partner organizations. And if you're applying using our grant portal, just a note that you'll want to make sure you create your profile under the name of the lead partner. And next, you'll enter the amount of funds you're requesting. Funding requests can range from $100,000 to $1.5 million, and these funds do not need to be matched. And then the first narrative section is a project description. So this is where you'll describe your project idea and explain how it connects to the objectives of this RFA. And in this section and in all narrative responses, there are no word limits. We do suggest somewhere between 250 and 750 words, but really just encourage you to answer these questions in the way that works best. And so after you've described your project, the next section asks about the community your project will benefit. We're looking to fund projects that address the unique needs of Maine students and the school food system. So this is the chance to really tell us about these communities and these people and how your project will support them. And next, the project team section asks about information about your organization as well as your partner organizations. So we want to know why you're choosing to partner with them and how they'll contribute to the project. And it's also a requirement that the lead partner has a designated project coordinator. So we'll ask for a job description and a quick explanation of their role specifically for this project. Moving on to project evaluation. This section is asking what success will look like for your project and how you'll know if the project is having the impact that you want. And as mentioned earlier, all grantees will receive support from the Data Innovation Project to help develop and implement their evaluation plan. So the methods and metrics listed here don't need to be set in stone. We're really just looking for applicants who have thought through how they want to track progress and impact, but just know that funded projects will receive support in fine-tuning these metrics. And for the sustainability section, here we want to know what you envision for this project after the project period has ended. And we know that's super far away right now, so this can stay pretty high level. And then we also want to hear about how you think your project could be scaled and replicated in the future. A big part of this initiative is to pilot new ideas and just learn more about what works for the local school food system, so these learnings can be shared and implemented in the future. All right, and moving on to the budget section. So there are two components you'll need to fill out here. One is the actual budget. We do have a template on our website as well as linked in the RFA. And then there's also a budget narrative section where you'll provide more detail about your budget line items. And we also have a template for this. And we do accept budget documents in any format, but we recommend using these templates as they match the language used in the RFA, and using them can just help make sure that you're addressing all these requirements. And then if your budget includes equipment purchases that have a per item cost greater than or equal to $5,000. You'll need to upload at least 2 quotes for each piece of equipment. And then you'll also just need to include a brief letter of support from each of your partner organizations. And there's also a template for this on our website and in the RFA. And then as part of the scoring criteria, applicants get additional points if they represent historically underfunded and/or underserved communities. And there's a definition of this term in the RFA, but this includes groups who have been systematically denied opportunities through racism, sexism, classism, the immigration system, homophobia, or other systems of oppression. All right, so those are all of the application questions. And then as far as how to actually submit your application, there are a few different options. Option number 1, you can use the online grant portal. We use WiseHive for this, and this is the same system we use for our regular full plates grants, so might be familiar if you've gotten a grant from us before. The screenshot is what it looks like, and then there are detailed instructions for how to use the portal on our website and in the RFA. Option number 2, you can download an application template as a Word document, fill in your responses, and email the application as well as any attachments to grants@fullplates.org. And then option number 3, you can send a link to an audio or video file with your responses to the questions to that same email, grants@fullplates.org. And so, for example, this could be a Google Drive link or a Dropbox link, and then you'd still just need to attach any required attachments like your budget or letter of support. All right, and then real quickly, we're just gonna go over the grant review rubric. So after the application deadline, all eligible applications will be reviewed using this rubric. The total amount of points an applicant can receive is 135. And you'll see each section list how many points are available. And for the most part, these sections match the application sections. And this rubric is available on our website and in the RFA, and we strongly recommend referencing it as you're writing your application.
Thanks, Finn. Now we'll look at the timeline for applications. So the grant application opened on Monday, March 4th, and the deadline to submit grant applications will be May 1st, 2024. We anticipate notifying awarded projects on June 17th, 2024, and the grant project period will begin July 1st of 2024 and end June 30th of 2028. That means that all grant funds must be spent by that date, and final grant reports will be due on July 31st, 2028. Now we have some time for questions. Okay, our first question, can organizations apply to multiple HMI grants? An organization may only be the lead applicant on one HMI, which again is the Healthy Meals Incentives subgrant opportunity, but can be included as a partner on multiple applications. For example, an organization could be the lead applicant for one of the other HMI subgrants, like the Plants Grant, Project Scales, or the Lake Michigan School Food Innovation Hub, and also be a partner organization for a school food system innovation grant, but cannot be the lead applicant for both. This is also true for recipients of any HMI grant opportunity, like the grants for small or rural schools or any of the other cooperators grant opportunities. Okay, our next question, are organizations that run CACFP at risk after school or summer meals eligible for these grants? So the School Food System Innovation Grant is focused on increasing the use of local foods in school meal programs. So that includes the National School Lunch Program and the School Breakfast Program. So School Food Authority lead applicants and School Food Authority partners must participate in either or both the National School Lunch Program and School Breakfast Program. Nonprofit organizations that operate only CACFP at risk after school, the Summer Food Service Program, or the Seamless Summer option would be eligible to be listed as a partner organization, so they cannot be a lead. And the final question for today, what can grant funds be used for? So allowable costs with this funding include salaries, fringe benefits, travel, equipment, supplies, subcontracts, and much more. We encourage applicants to build staff time into their budgets to support both the planning and implementation phases of their projects. Funds may be used to lease office space, facilities, or vehicles. However, funding cannot be used to build or purchase buildings or to purchase land or vehicles. All right, well, that is all. Thank you so much for attending today's webinar. We hope your mental wheels are spinning with project ideas. If you have any questions, please reach out to myself or Finn. And this webinar will be posted as a recording in both English and Spanish, along with more frequently asked questions on our website. And we're really looking forward to receiving your proposals. Thanks again.